Good afternoon, Lacrosse fans, and welcome back to the President's Cup. My name is Teddy Jenner. This is Game 3 on Day 3. It's the Brewers and the Pioneers, 0-3 versus 1-1. Let's get you the scratches for tonight's game for the Saskatoon Brewers. Scratch 7, Tom Newton, 11, Regan Harding, 17, Hugh Weir, 24, Stephen Toporowski, and number 1, Hunter Wongstead. So right out of the gate, the Brewers are a little behind the 8 ball, as it were. For Ladner, scratch number 6, Jake Carey, 17, Nate Clare, 24, Cody Nass, 22, Josh Kelly, and 80, Peter McFetridge, and third goalie number 35, Rob Cook. Brewers are the home team. They're wearing white jerseys with blue and yellow trim. The Pioneers in red with white and black trim. Your starting goaltenders for the Brewers, Chris Ptolemy, and for the Pioneers, Zach Wickett. Here's Davidson. Puts it down into the corner near side. Kirkby into the corner. Outside shot there from number 5, Dylan Lacroix, turned aside by Ptolemy. And here go the Brewers on a run. Ladner with a little up forward pressure. Sokolowski. Delayed penalty coming up here to the Pioneers already. So early on, we'll have our first power play of the game. Here's Murphy. Ron. Diagonal feed. Shot. Save there. Wicket. Loose ball. And we'll get a whistle. And a 20-man call here from official Lee Breen. And we'll get our first power play of the game. Speaking with Brewers head coach Marcus Fisher, and says this team's enjoying themselves here. They wish they were playing a little better, but they've got some bodies banged up, so they're just out here trying to have some fun, stay healthy, and enjoy the experience of competing for a national championship. Simpson will start with it. Out there with Murphy, Ron, Torrenson, and on the far side, I believe that's Ben Lukash. Turnover caused by the Pioneers. Ladner gonna run. McDermott, Poole, got to get over the timeline just in time. And then Ian Poole will flip it back to brother Brian. Poole skips it far side. Lacroix steps in front. Shot, save, Ptolemy, loose ball. And he's able to grab it in his own crease, and here come the Brewers the other way. Sokolowski. We'll leave it there for Murphy. 36 in white. Murphy has it now, getting into the offensive zone. Gives it off to Cam Simpson. Diagonal feed, knocked down by the stick of Cody Cox. Lukash. Simpson. Murphy. Torrenson down low, Lukash. Loose ball will be picked up there by Cody Cox. Pioneer assistant captain going to run across the timeline, get a big pick there, and that's a little too aggressive by Eli Gobrecht. And here comes the power play again with 40 seconds on the minor to big Ryan Keith. Served by Ryan Keith, that is. It was a 20-man call on the Pioneers. Murphy. Saunders. Diagonal feed from Matt Saunders. Doesn't connect. Loose ball grabbed by Nathan Henner. Up the floor, Sam Clare. Has Tom Johnson with him on the far side, but still 15 seconds to kill on the penalty, so here's Kirkby. Gives it off to Brian Poole's number 4. He couldn't handle the pass. Ball still loose. Battling in there is Josh Murray, and he'll come away with it and run up the floor. Ryan Keith is out of the box. We're back to 5 aside. Brewers 0 for 1 with the man advantage. This is Game 3 of Day 3 of the 2018 President's Cup. Here's John Ron. Slides through the middle, takes a shot. That one just missed. Loose ball picked up by Murphy. Murphy reaches around, takes the shot, save Wicket. Loose ball grabbed by Wyatt Pinder. Here's Pinder. Into the offensive zone, leaves it there for Tyler Kirkby. Had Garrett Lewis cutting through the middle, still Lewis. And then he finally gets the pass, and it bounced off his stick. Loose ball in the corner. Grabbed there by Bearkoff. Bearkoff shot there by Lewis, and that one went wide. As Ladner tried to get one late in the shot clock. Sokolowski. Simpson. John Ron. Dzadak has to go for a change. Ron. Sokolowski. Skips it down to Ron. 5 on the shot clock. Matt Saunders sets a pick, gets it back, and he can't get a shot off, and here go the Pioneers the other way with speed. Gobrecht, 3-on-2. Eli Gobrecht, shot save there. Ptolemy, loose ball in the corner, and it'll be picked up by Nathan Hanair. Poole to Ryan Keith, back to Brian Poole. Inside feet, Cutter, Lacrosse, doesn't get a shot off, back to Poole. And then all the way over to Bromley. Ryan Keith, shot goes wide, loose ball in the back of the netting, and it'll be picked up by Jordan Tornado. Here come the Brewers. Ron. Flips it down to Murphy, gets underneath his check. Murphy trying to go short side, turned aside by Wicket. Loose ball grabbed there by Ron, he flips it to Murphy. 5 minutes gone in the opening period here between the Brewers and Pioneers. Reset to 30, Poole gonna run. Doesn't have the speed, takes a couple bumps. Loops back into his own zone, crosses center. Now he has a slow 3-on-2. Ian Poole, twister, shot goes wide. And that'll be nicely grabbed off the boards by Shane Volk. Volk, near side, Sokolowski. Up ahead to Dzadak. Drew Dzadak turns it over, picked up in the far corner by Cody Cox. Now Kirkby. Kirkby gets underneath, takes the shot, 5-hole save, Ptolemy. Now he's got to try to find an outlet. Goes back behind his goal for Malkowski. And he'll leave it there for Hallberg. Anthony Hallberg flips it to Matt Saunders, 4. Adam Saunders wears 88. Great seal pick by Adam Saunders. Shot goes wide. Loose ball into the corner. Sam Clare there. That's Zabo way ahead of him. Zabo doesn't have numbers, so he'll slow things up. Skip it to Lacrosse. And the Pioneers will go hidden ball. Lacrosse. Late man is Tom Johnson. He has it now. Time and room. Takes the shot, scores. Top corner, Tom Johnson. And the Pioneers are on the board. As Johnson gets his first of the night. So we'll wait for the official call on that goal by Tom Johnson. Johnson thought he tied things up late last night as Ladner was playing Ganawaga. And one of the best games of the tournament so far. It was milliseconds after the buzzer that the ball crossed the line. Brandon Miller got just enough of it to slow it up. And unfortunately for the Pioneers, it gave them their first loss of the tournament. And Ganawaga sits at 2-0. They'll play next against Onondaga and the All First Nations battle. Those are always one of the prized games in the President's Cup. Near side, Kirkby. Short side shot, saved by Ptolemy. Kirkby can't find the loose ball. Ryan Keith battling for it. Bats it up top to Poole. Poole to Keith. Shot goes wide. Loose ball picked up far side boards. Bromley. Kirkby. 5-hole save Ptolemy. It looks like the assist is just to Bearkoff, but I'm going to throw an extra one in there to Dylan Lacroix. Murphy. Lukesh. John Ron. Murphy tucks it, 5 in the shot clock. Got to get one off. Murphy Backhander goes wide. We got a delayed penalty coming up. It's going to be a holding call. And this will be Wyatt Pinder heading in the box. So the Brewers will have their second power play of the game, trailing 1-0, 12-19. Remaining in the first. My name's Teddy Jenner. This is Game 3 on Day 3 of the 2018 President's Cup from Frank Crane Arena in Nanaimo, BC. If you're on Twitter and you're watching the game on the LaxAllStars website, let me know where you're watching and listening from. Find me on Twitter at @OffTheCrossbar. Here's Murphy. Murphy. Doranson. Saunders, shot, save, wicket. Loose ball picked up there by Ian Poole. Poole takes a bump from Matt Saunders, runs to space, leaves it there. Hanair shoots and scores. The speedy Nathan Hanair gets a shorthanded goal. And it's 2-0 Ladner. Yeah, that was just great work by Brian Poole to get it up the floor. My bad. Ian Poole is 10. I'll get it right, boys. Ian Poole wears 10. He did all the work in his own zone with that loose ball, getting it up the floor, finding Hanair, who split through the defense and went short side on Ptolemy. And it's 2-0 Ladner with a shorthanded goal. Here's Saunders. Diagonal feed. Doranson doesn't connect. On the run goes Cody Cox. Ptolemy all the way out of his net just to run some interference. Ball still loose. Shot clock violation on the Brewers. And Cody Cox will start with it deep in the offensive zone. There is a TJ Cox in this tournament. I believe Cody and TJ are brothers. Here's Levi Dzadik. He'll leave it there for Saunders. Murphy. Andrew Saunders to Matt Saunders. Andrew. Murphy. Diagonal feed. One-timer. What a save by Wicket. And then a flip pass all the way up the floor to Garrett Lewis. Shot, save, Ptolemy. Check that, 21, Eli Gobrecht. And here come the Brewers off that nice save from Ptolemy. Drew Dzadik. Power play almost over here for the Brewers. Dzadik, he had a couple goals last night in the Brewers game. Saunders one-time feed over to Lukash. He just missed it. And that loose ball will be grabbed by Ian Poole. Swim move. Bounce it to the captain, Dan McDermott. Pinder, diagonal feed. That one was just out of the reach of Barkov. And here go the Brewers running the other way. 2-on-1. And Darcy Leach will roll away from trouble and let the offense come onto the floor with Murphy. Murphy rolls it far side to Lukash. 10 on the shot clock. Lukash. Saunders. Underneath, Saunders got to get a shot off. Murphy, there's the shot, never made it on target. Picked off out of midair and on a run is Davidson. Breakaway from his own zone. Davidson twister, shoulder save, Ptolemy. Nice shoulder save there by Christopher Ptolemy to keep this a 2-0 game. But Davidson gets his own rebound, rolls it all the way into his own zone to Cox. Here comes Kirkby. Skips it over to the far side. Kirkby sidesteps his man. Delayed penalty coming up on the Brewers. Loose ball in the corner. Brian Poole takes a couple pushes, and that'll get a whistle. And a holding call coming up. And it looks like it's going to be on Bailey Malkowski, number 23 in white. So for the first time in this game, Ladner will head to the power play. Ryan Keith, Brian Poole, Tom Johnson, Kirkby, and in the far corner is Mike Bearkoff. So Poole just dissecting things. Bearkoff trying to figure out what play they're going to run. And Brian Poole will set things up. And here comes the power play. Johnson, Bearkoff, back to Johnson, center top high, Brian Poole. Kirkby, Johnson, shot, goes wide, loose ball, picked up there by Sokolowski. He's going to run. Gets over the timeline. Now let's see if the Brewers can kill some time on the penalty. Here's Matt Saunders. And we're going to get interference on the far side. And this will bring the Pioneers power play back out onto the floor. Ian leaves for Brian. Hidden ball trick, ball top center. Poole, Johnson, Bearkoff down low. Bearkoff, Poole, Bearkoff, pass was behind him, loose ball. Going to be grabbed there by Sokolowski. Sokolowski up ahead to Hallberg. Can he run onto it? He does. And then a little flip pass that's just out of the reach of Cam Simpson. Might have taken a bit of a deflection, but Simpson still battling, comes up with it, and then double teamed. And the ball will fall to Wicket. Wicket up ahead to Hanair. He's got a short-handed goal, but he'll slow it up and let the power out there. And Hanair will go into the corner to Ryan Keith. 35 remaining on the penalty to Malkowski. Diagonal feed. Bearkoff, Johnson. They play 1-2. Bearkoff tried to jam it 5-hole. And a nice save from Ptolemy. Long pass down the floor. Picked up there by Adam Saunders. Trying to get underneath. Saunders shoots it. Goes wide off the glass. And then Saunders tried to get his own rebound. Long pass down the floor. Ryan Keith. Keith gets inside. Shoots it. Save. That's going to be a penalty. And this time it's going to be Sean Volk heading to the box. So with 2 seconds remaining on the Malkowski penalty, Volk will head to the box. And we'll have a very short 5-on-3. I would imagine Poole will just let the penalty end. Malkowski will come onto the floor, and we'll get back to 5-on-4. Here comes Mikulski. Kirkby. Johnson, time and room. Shoots it. Save Ptolemy. Loose ball. Rebound Kirkby. Ryan Keith. Kirkby. Poole. Pumps it. Gives it off to Kirkby. He'll shoot. Save Ptolemy off the leg and out. Possession will stay here with Ladner. 6.5 to go in the first. 2-0 Pioneers. Johnson. Poole. Ian Johnson play 1-2. Diagonal feed. Kirkby. Time and room. Johnson. Poole. Diagonal feed to Keith. Great save. Ptolemy going post to post. Here goes Hallberg. Man up ahead of him. 2-man call. As Thornton was out of the box early. And $1:20 remaining on the penalty to Volk. Brian Poole to Johnson. Poole. Kirkby. Poole runs some motion, floats to the middle. Bearkoff. Kirkby. Bearkoff. Bobbled it. Loose ball picked up there by Johnson. 10 on the shot clock. Johnson. Diagonal feed. Poole shoots it. Reset. Oh, and almost knocked into his own goal by Drew Dzadik. Ptolemy brings it near side. Pass picked off by Kirkby. He's all alone. Kirkby, pump fake, shoot, scores! Power play goal. It's 3-0 as Tyler Kirkby picked that pass off and went all alone. And that'll be an unassisted goal for Kirkby, and it's 3-0. And it looks like Marcus Fisher just having a conversation with one of the referees, getting some clarification. And I got to say, with everything that's happened in this CLA the past few weeks with the officials, this has been a very well officiated tournament, And also, it's been a very sportsmanlike tournament from the team's perspective. I've seen a lot of guys helping each other up, giving guys their sticks back, making sure they're okay if they've hit them with a shot. This has been a real class tournament. Nothing dirty, no fights as of yet, and it's been a fantastically played President's Cup here in Nanaimo. And let's hope it continues that way all the way through late Sunday night. Under 5 to play. Here comes the Pioneers. Wyatt Pinder. Keith, late man, Lacrosse, shoots and scores. Lacrosse came sprinting off the bench right down the middle. And he took the feed, took one step, fired it, and then took a bit of a big check, went sliding, but nonetheless, 4-0, 4:44 to go here in the first. At the dot. Looks like Poole and Tornado will face off. Both guys clamp, loose ball. What are they going to call? Procedure on Poole, possession Hallberg and the Brewers. Simpson. Far into the corner for Young. All the way back down to Ptolemy. They're going to say that goal was unassisted, and that's impossible. Nonetheless, loose ball into the corner off the side glass. Saunders can't find it. Sam Clare battling. That'll be a shot clock violation. Oh, they're going to say interference on Ladner. And so it will be possession Brewers and Matt Saunders. John Ron gets a pick from Dzadik. Skips it far side. Young. Ron, that pass bounces in front of the intended target. Loose ball picked up, and then headman to Sam Clare. What are they going to call? They're going to call offsetting minors. And so heading off the floor is going to be Mitch Winter and Cam Simpson. Winter gets the rough. Simpson gets the slash, and we'll play four-side. What's up, Jim Kipp? How are you?
Good.
Good.
Loving it.
Why are you? Absolutely, buddy. The legend of Nanaimo, Mr. Jim Kipp.
My own mind.
Everybody's mind.
Hey, I don't put my name on my cars, though.
Good chirp. Good chirp. It's my dad's name, not my name. So we'll play 4-on-4. They got 4 minutes up on the board to Simpson. Maybe he got an extra one, but here's Kirkby. We'll keep an eye out in a couple of minutes. Inside feed, backhander. That one just goes wide. Loose ball going to go for a bounce. Can the Ladner Pioneers get it? They do. Lewis thought about it, gives to Tom Johnson. He'll shoot from distance, save Ptolemy. Loose ball grabbed there by Sokolowski. Headmans it, Drew Dzadik. He's got a man up ahead of him, out of the bench. Shoots and scores, what a finish. Torrenson off the bench. And the Brewers get on the board, it's 4-1. Great play from Drew Dzadik just to push the tempo up the floor. And then able to find Brighton Thorenson off the bench. And he goes short side past wicket. And with 3:21 to go, it's 4-1 in favor of the Pioneers. Battling for that loose ball. Who's going to come up with it? It's going to be Cody Cox. Zabo will go for a change, as will Cox. Bromley will leave it there for Keith. Thorenson. Poole. Backhand feed. Keith shoots it. Save. Loose ball. Reset to 30. Keith. Backdoor look. And they'll call crease on Spencer Bromley. And 45 seconds remaining on the first penalty to Winter. Not sure if it was a double minor to Cam Simpson or not, so we're still waiting to see when the penalties end. Saunders. That's Adam Saunders, dispossessed, got to move it, he does. Torrenson, Matt Saunders, backing his way in, shoots it, that goes wide. Lucas, shot, that too goes wide. And it'll be a 30-second shot clock violation. And I believe one of the officials just told both benches to cut out the contact in the change box. It's obviously a very dangerous area as players are running on and off the floor. Poole to Johnson, 10 on the penalty to Winter. Brian Poole, Ryan Keith trying to set a seal. Finally gets the pick off. Poole, Johnson, shot, knocked down by the stick of Logan Fisher, and it was going to be a double minor to Simpson, and Fisher unknowingly goes back over. Unlucky there for the Brewers. So power play here for the Pioneers. They've got one on the power play so far. Here's Kirkby. Kirkby to Poole. Back to Kirkby. Backhand feed Lewis. Poole. Bearkoff down low. 10 on the shot clock. Bearkoff will shoot save Ptolemy. And he squeezes the leg pads. And Drew Dzadik has it. Dzadik feeds it off to Murphy. He gets over the timeline as we approach the final minute of play here in the first period. John Ron. Ron, slow double team comes from the Pioneers. Ron going to go for a run. Last minute of play in the first. Ron, dispossessed by Poole. Loose ball picked up there by Hanair. He is speedy. Hanair all the way up the floor. Twister puts it far side and just misses. And it goes off the end boards but into the Brewers bench. And with 40 seconds remaining, Saskatoon will try to get out of here unscathed, and they almost throw it away. And it's picked up there by Adam Saunders. The call from Coach Fisher just to eat it and kill the rest of the period. 25. Young, Torrenson. Murphy gets underneath and has a lane. Murphy shoots, Twister turned aside by Wicket. Murphy, 14 in the period. Murphy tiptoeing the line. Gets away from his check of Cody Cox. Drew Dzadik cuts, gets it. Dzadik off the crossbar. 3 in the period. John Ron will start with it in the corner. Dzadik trying to get free. Ron backhand feed, and that's the way the period will end. Ladner jumped out to a 4-0 lead. Tom Johnson got him started. A shorthanded goal from Nathan Hanair, a power play goal off the stick of Tyler Kirkby. And then fourth goal from Dylan Lacroix, only lasted a few minutes. And then Saskatoon got their first goal off the stick of Brighton Thornton. And that's the way the period will end. Shots 18-8 for the Pioneers. They lead it by 3, 4-1. My name's Teddy Jenner. Game 3 of Day 3, 2018 President's Cup from Nanaimo here on LaxAllStars.
Welcome to Nanaimo, the gateway to Vancouver Island. Located on the rich waters of the Salish Sea, backdropped by thick, temperate rainforest with their rolling hills and the rugged mountains in the distance, Nanaimo was the first home to the local Nanaimo First Nations people. For centuries they lived here in connection with the land. And in many ways, this close tie to the wilderness of Vancouver Island resonates today. In the 1850s, the Hudson Bay Company set up a trading post in the region here in Nanaimo. Today, that trading post still stands with the HBC Bastion, standing guard over the waters of the harbor here in Nanaimo. For many decades afterwards, Nanaimo flourished as a coal mining town. Much of this early history is on display at the Nanaimo Museum. Today, Nanaimo is a bustling and modern urban center on the edge of natural wonder. Experience Nanaimo's supernatural wilderness and find yourself again.
Nanaimo allows me to do my passions through accessibility. Just the way that it's laid out, within 10 or 15 minutes, I can basically be from my house and doing something that I am truly passionate about. For me, it's about connection. I know a lot of people go to nature to disconnect from the world, but for me, it's about feeling like I'm part of something bigger. I feel it helps me connect to other people with similar interests and passions. Nanaimo has a little bit of something for everybody, and I think it does that little bit of everything really well. It's a place where you can discover passions that you didn't even know you had.
It gives you city life and gives you wilderness life all at the same time. It has both freshwater and saltwater with easy access. You don't have to travel more than 10 to 15 minutes to be on a body of water, no matter where you live. You can either be out on the ocean fishing in 15-20 minutes, or you can be on Long Lake like we are today, enjoying some trout and bass fishing.
With diving around this area, Nanaimo or British Columbia in general, it's actually rated in the top in the world. Part of the reason that we have so much life here is the colder water with lots of nutrients in the water. One of our very popular activities we do is snorkeling with seals, and certain times of year when we get the sea lions coming by us, 2,000-pound sea lion coming right up to you a few inches away from you, just amazing. You think you're swimming along great in the water and this thing comes and does a somersault in front of you and just takes off. And you realize how small in the ocean you actually are.
The best part about owning a tour company is getting to show everyone the reasons why we live here in Nanaimo. I love the culture and natural wonders here in Nanaimo, and I love being able to see it for the first time every day through the eyes of our guests. Yeah, Nanaimo really is in the center of everything.
I'm really passionate about regenerative agriculture because that's what farming is all about. Some of the most exciting things for me in Nanaimo are the harvest, when there's all this abundance and we're able to take our food and set it out into the community. And when we go out for dinner sometimes, we get to see our food being served to us and served to our community, and there's a lot of excitement around that. At the markets we sell at in Nanaimo, there are over 200 vendors who participate, and you can do your full spectrum of shopping at these markets. So you're invited to come to the market.
Currently, right now, we're concentrated on sourcing all our ingredients from mid-Vancouver Island. We like to utilize what we can get from local farmers. Breweries, wineries, and distilleries in Nanaimo have really exploded in the last few years. We've got a couple great wineries. Just down the road from us at the Longwood, we've got a distillery that makes some world-class gin, vodka, and even absinthe, which is pretty rare these days. We've got 3 breweries in town, 1 brew pub. You can really occupy a lot of your time traveling from one drink establishment to another. We've got pretty much everything here.
Well, we're sitting here at Piper's Lagoon, which is one of these little hidden gems that a lot of people don't know about, but I'm often known as the Big Cheese, and I coined the name the Big Cheese not long after I started the store. There's a pretty good variety of establishments in Nanaimo now. There's some really excellent places to eat now in Nanaimo which are doing quite nicely. We have shopping, we have all the well-known brands, but we also have a cute little downtown area with lots of independent businesses. Well, I think the location makes it very special. The abundance of parks and activities and outdoor fresh air things, and everyone who moves here from somewhere else comments on how welcoming the people are. And I think that's one thing that makes Nanaimo very special, is the welcoming and the amount of stuff there is to do.
With its dramatic and diverse landscapes, including forests like this, Nanaimo offers so much. Impressive coastlines? Yeah, we got that. Rolling hills? Rugged mountains? Yeah, we got that too.
I'm more of a country mouse than a city mouse, and Nanaimo, the city, it has enough of what I need, but just the natural beauty of it. I can feel it in the pores of my skin, I can feel it in my lungs when I breathe the air. It's just something, when I get out here and I just see trees and blue skies, it makes me happy. Yeah, my big thing every year is to go down to Nanaimo River and jump in, because the river feels like it's a healer. That beautiful fresh water and the trees around it, it cures whatever ails you, and there's nothing like it to me in the world. I've really been encouraged, especially in the last 10 years or so, that Nanaimo is recognizing the art scene a lot more and celebrating that, and there's some fantastic festivals that happen every year, and I've been lucky to be involved in a lot of those because I do live here.
Some of my passions are getting out to nature, so going for hikes to places like Ammonite Falls or Neck Point. We have one of the first wineries on Vancouver Island. We have one of the oldest brew pubs. We have a bunch of craft distilleries. I like to use Nanaimo as a base for my expeditions because it has a little something for everyone. If people want to stay in a hostel, they can. If they want to stay in a nice 4-star hotel, they can. And most people love the different variety of accommodations we have.
What surprises visitors in Nanaimo is the abundance of wildlife and the immense natural beauty. I like to go explore all the different islands because they have trails and glorious forests to see, but they all have these little bays and secret little gems. And so if you're into exploring, you get a lot out of it. My absolute favorite place in Nanaimo is Newcastle Island, or as the Nanaimo First Nations call it, Saskatoon.
Nature is a big part of it, because when you're going to carve something for the longhouse, which is in our traditional dances and things, my dad will bring me up the mountain, talk to the trees, talk to the water, thank them, and just stay up there. Sometimes it's 4 days you stay there and bath, cleanse yourself, get your mind straight so there's no doubt or meanness in your mind. So just pure things go into the thing that you're carving for the longhouse.
In Nanaimo, culture is alive and well with rich history, strong arts community, great food, craft beer, renowned wine and spirits, as well as exciting and unique festivals and events. All of this comes hand in hand with breathtaking backdrop that is Nanaimo's outdoors. From lakes and rivers to ocean and mountain vistas, all of this providing you with ample opportunity to craft your own adventure. There's so much more I'd love to share, but why don't you come experience this for yourself? Whether by car, boat, or plane, come visit Nanaimo, and you'll discover why it's the gateway to your Vancouver Island experience.
Back inside Frank Crane Arena, getting you ready for second period action between the Brewers and the Pioneers. Ladner leading it 4-1, have 7 seconds remaining on a power play, so not a whole lot of time to work here to start the second. Shots 18-8 in favor of Ladner after the first as they peppered, and I mean peppered, Chris Ptolemy, who actually played quite well for his first minutes of this tournament. In their first 3 games, it was all Hunter Wongstead, and he's unavailable today. So Ptolemy between the pipes. Zabo taking the draw, wins it cleanly behind him. Picked up there by Davidson. And the penalty is over. So we're back to 5 aside. Kirkby. Lacroix, inside feed. That one bobbled. Picked up there by Sokolowski. Ahead to Hallberg. Hallberg will flip it near side. Simpson out of the box. Cam Simpson. Flips it there. Lukash. Tried to go across the floor to Saunders. He bobbled it. Adam Saunders. Murphy, 5 on the shot clock. And then Murphy spins and fires. That goes well wide. And McDermott will chest it to Cox, who finds Sam Clare. My name's Teddy Jenner. Thanks for tuning in here to Game 3. Sam Clare shoots and scores. And they'll call it a goal. Make sure nothing happens after Clare bumped into Ptolemy, but just a minute 5 into the period, and Ladner gets their 5th of the night. So Sam Clare gets his 1st of the night. And it's 5-1 as Clare just really wasn't touched and got past his man and went short side, glove side on Ptolemy. And here's the loose ball in the ensuing draw. It'll be picked up there by Bromley. Comes near side, Wyatt Pinder. Too many men on Ladner. They give an assist to Tom Johnson on the goal. Here come the Brewers. John Ron. Drew Dzadik. Dzadik trying to find someone to pass to. Comes near side, Lukash. Lukash. Dzadik one-timer. Great save. Wicket. Dzadik flips it. Tried to find someone in the middle, but players were changing. And Lukash will flip it up and give it off to Fisher. To Lukash. Lukash shoots. Oh, that was deflected nicely by the stick of Ian Poole. Simpson tries to feed it. That pass picked off by Poole again. And Poole chased by Dzadik. Fires it back on net. And Dzadik causes the turnover. Here's Dzadik. Murphy. Near side, Young. Pass picked off, breakaway all the way from his own goal. McDermott, too many men call. McDermott shoots, save there by Ptolemy. And that's an easy call. Too many men on the Brewers. And so another power play opportunity here for Ladner and a chance to make it a 5-goal game. So the Brewers will have to send Volk over to serve the penalty. And here come the Pioneers on the power play. Johnson down low, Bearkoff. Johnson. Poole. Kirkby. Ryan Keith. Kirkby. Good patience here from Ladner. Poole. Keith. Cutter is Johnson up top. Poole. He'll shoot through a screen. Actually took a deflection off Tom Johnson on target out of play. It'll be Pio's ball. Here's Kirkby. Down low, Ryan Keith. Tom Johnson. Bearcroft setting a seal. Johnson and Poole play 1-2. Diagonal to Keith. Poole. Diagonal. Bearcroft pass was behind him. Poole gets it right back. Poole to Johnson. Poole. Backhand flip Kirkby. He'll shoot. Save there, Ptolemy. And now he'll find an outlet right beside him. And that's Malkowski. Brewers going to bomb one down the floor. Just missed Matt Saunders as he was wide open in front of wicket. And Saunders still battling. Nice job by Saunders to fend for that loose ball. But it's eventually picked up by the Pioneers, and Clare headmans it to Johnson. Johnson has Kirkby off the bench. Doesn't force it. We'll let the power play settle up here as Keith and Poole come onto the floor. 40 in the penalty, 16-15 in the period. Bearcroft to Johnson. Keith. High seal. Shot. Poole. Save. Ptolemy. And he'll trap it in his crease. And Tornado will sprint it out of his own zone. And then slow up. 20 seconds remaining in the penalty. Tornado. Tornado to Simpson. And the Pioneers will slough off and not double the ball. And let the final seconds tick away in the too-many-men call. Cox watching Simpson. Volk is out. We're back to 5 aside. Simpson double-teamed in the corner. Ball pops free. Simpson diving, shooting. Oh, he scores! Maybe the goal to turn it from Cam Simpson. What an effort. What a goal. It's 5-2. Cam Simpson with the beauty of a goal. Double teamed somehow. Wiggles his way out of it. Wicket was trapped behind the net. And then Simpson goes airborne and dunks it. And gets his first of the game. Second of the night for the Brewers. And they trail by 3. So Simpson and Thornton have the Brewer goals. And they win the ensuing draw. Malkowski. Unassisted from Simpson. Adam Saunders to Matt Saunders. John Ron. Behind the net, what do we got? As down on the floor goes Sam Clare in considerable pain. And to the box will go Adam Saunders. Let's see what the call is here from the official. As Clare looked like he got it up around the face mask. It is a 5-minute major. High sticking call on Saunders. And I don't know if he got the head of the stick up around the face mask of Sam Clare. But the Pioneers will take it. And they'll try to extend this 3-goal lead as they have 5 minutes to work here on the power play. We've played 5 minutes in the second. Johnson. Ryan Keith will set it up. Kirkby down low, Poole. And then Poole floats it all the way over the head of Kirkby. 15 in the shot clock. Wicket to Keith. Pioneers got to get a shot off here. Keith, Kirkby, Johnson, shot, save, Ptolemy, loose ball. Giving chase to Sokolowski. Sokolowski has Drew Dzadik with him. Won't force it. And the assistant captain will slow things up and try to help his team kill some penalties. And that'll be an over and back call, and just some sloppiness there from the Brewers. So here comes the Pioneers power play again. Ryan Keith, Kirkby. Poole's got a new stick. Back to Kirkby. Keith going to cut through the middle. Set a seal for Bearkoff. Shot save Ptolemy. And Bearkoff finds the rebound. Reset to 30. Here's Ryan Keith. Tom Johnson. Keith going to set a bump seal. Kirkby down low, Poole. He wasn't ready for the pass. Up top, Johnson, time and room. Johnson try to go 5-hole save, Ptolemy. Johnson's had a couple clear looks. Scored the first of the game and hasn't had one since. Here's Sokolowski. Sokolowski flips it, picked off. And a breakaway all the way on his own. Davidson shoots, save, Ptolemy. And that's another turnover by Sokolowski, and Fisher's not happy with his assistant captain. Just undisciplined and not taking care of the ball. And a little bit of finger pointing and jaw jacking between teammates over there on the Brewers bench. Poole, Johnson, Bearkoff, Keith open, one-timer just missed. And that'll go up into the netting. Levi Dzadik. Malkowski. Malkowski doubled. Inside feed. Oh, and it bobbled in and out of the stick of John Ron. And the Pioneers able to find it all the way up ahead. Nathan Hanair. He'll slow things up and let the power go to work with 2.5 to go on the major to Adam Saunders. Here's Tom Johnson. Johnson, Poole, Kirkby. Poole fakes it, flips it to Kirkby. He'll shoot, score! Power play goal for Tyler Kirkby. His second on the man advantage tonight. And it's 6-2 Ladner. And so Kirkby gets another power play goal. It's a 4-goal game, 2-12 remaining on the major. And that's 1 goal off of the major. 12:09 remaining in the period. Shots 28-11 in favor of Ladner, who will send 2 guys deep in the offensive zone trying to kickstart the power play. Poole and Tornado facing off. And Poole had it stuck in his stick, and Fisher likes that call from the Brewers bench because that's a call that's been going against him all tournament. Malkowski up ahead. Murphy. Let's see if the Brewers can work a penalty kill here. Murphy into the corner at Matt Saunders. Kirkby. So we got interference on the Pioneers, possession Brewers, and here comes Lukash. So Lukash will start with it. $1.44 remaining on the major to Saunders. Here's Matt Saunders. Saunders still with it. Trying to split a double, falls, keeps it. Saunders, pump fake, shot, score! Oh no, it didn't go in! I thought it was in, post to post to post, and stayed out somehow. Great effort there from Matt Saunders, but denied by the red posts 2 or 3 times on that shot. Bearkoff, Johnson, Poole. Kirkby, Ryan Keith. Kirkby, here comes some motion from the Timmerman. High seal for Poole, shot off the post. And 1 bounce, and it'll go up and out of play. And so it'll be Pio's ball still. Down in the corner, Ryan Keith. Bearkoff, diagonal feed. Kirkby can't fire it. Holds on to possession. Johnson. Bearkoff. Kirkby, shot. Never made it on target. Picked up there by Sokolowski. Headman to Hallberg, but Johnson is back. And nice job by Tom Johnson. Johnson, diagonal feed, 1-timer. They're going to call 2-man on Ladner. And so the Brewers will try and kill the final 22. And they're just having trouble just making some simple passes, as Fisher had to struggle to find that one off the boards. Logan Fisher. He's watched there by Winter. Fisher. Adam Saunders is out, back to 5 aside. So a couple power play goals here tonight for the Pioneers off the stick of Tyler Kirkby. They lead it by 4, under 10 to play here in the second. Drew Dzadik. That'll be a moving pick called on Ron. Garrett Lewis all the way up the floor. Sam Clare sprinting off the bench. Garrett Lewis shoots. And let's see what the call is here. And it looks like Eli Gobrecht is heading off. And they're going to give Eli Gobrecht a roughing call. And Marcus Fisher just trying to get some clarification from the official. I really like the demeanor of Marcus Fisher on that Brewers bench, especially for a team that's 0-3. He's still positive, still encouraging his team, still trying to give positive instructions to his guys to find a goal here, or a big defensive stand. And it's been really nice to see Marcus Fisher over there on that Saskatoon bench. So to the power play they go. Murphy. 18 on the shot clock. Torrenson. Murphy. Simpson. Far side shot saved there by Wicket. Quickly outlets to Poole. Poole will throw one deep. Bounces. His brother Ian takes it off the chest. Or Brian takes it off the chest, but Hallberg is able to find it for the Brewers. Murphy. Thorenson. Skips it. Dzadik. Murphy. Thorenson. Diagonal feed. Doesn't connect with Saunders. Dzadik has the loose ball. Drew Dzadik. Brighton Thorenson. Shot goes wide. That's going to go up and out of play. And Ian Poole will head man to Sam Clare. As Kirkby out of the box, won't force it. Sam Clare will backpedal. And the Pioneers will try to kill the final minute of this penalty to Eli Gobrecht. Lacrosse. Kirkby. Nathan Hanair. He'll skip it to Lewis. That pass doesn't connect. And it's actually Bearcroft, not Hanair. 74, not 71. Bearcroft has it to Kirkby. Lewis flashes, gets it. He'll keep it on the perimeter. And then a gross feed to Bearcroft. And another nice save from Christopher Ptolemy. 20 on the power play here for the Brewers. 7:50 remaining in the second. 6-2 Ladner. My name's Teddy Jenner. This is day 3 of the 2018 President's Cup from Nanaimo. Dzadik will set it up. He gives off to Thorenson. Diagonal feed. Oh, and you can hear Thorenson saying, just shoot that, as Saunders was open by himself underneath. Wicket. Headmans to Cox. Back to 5 aside. Loose ball picked up there by Gobrecht. Gobrecht will give it to Johnson, fresh off the bench. Shots 31-14 in favor of the Pioneers. Poole. Kirkby. Skips it down. Bromley. Poole. 3 on the shot clock. Poole. Shot from a bad angle. Never made it on target. It's going to go all the way down the floor. And it'll start with Jordan Fisher. Sorry, Logan Fisher. Fisher will leave it there for Murphy. John Ron's a late man. Lou Cash. Murphy. Being watched there by Winter. Gets a pick. Knocked to the ground. Takes a chop. Pass picked off there by the Pioneers. And they're running. Up ahead is Lewis. Shot, scores. Garrett Lewis. Far side corner. It's a 5-goal game. It's 7-2 Ladner. Great transition run there by Ladner. As Garrett Lewis finishes that one off in style. And with 6:28 to go, Pioneers are cruising here, trying to get their second win of the tournament. Brewers still looking for their first. Dornado at the draw. Here come the Pioneers. Looks like they're only going to give one assist to Dylan Lacroix. Here's Nathan Hanair. Hanair shoots and scores. Nobody came to Nathan Hanair, and he just stopped up and pulled the trigger and put it short side under the glove of Chris Ptolemy. And 6:10 remaining in the period. And unfortunately for this Saskatoon team, just some of the bodies that are out of the lineup tonight is kind of put them at a disadvantage. They're missing some of their more experienced players, especially guys that have played out west like Newton and Weir and Harding. Doesn't help also that Toporowski is missing as Simpson crashes and takes a shot. They'll call that back in. This Brewers team won't give up. They'll keep battling all the way to the end, but when you're missing some of your top guys, it's never an easy battle, especially for a team that's playing at full capacity or near full capacity like the Ladners. Wicket picks up a late assist on the Hanair goal. Didn't hear who the second assist was to. Diagonal feed, Bromley, too close to the crease. Here's Malkowski. Dornson, Malkowski, pass goes over his head, loose ball. And they'll call interference on Ladner. And they'll call the first interference. Now Drew Dzadik. Watched by Gobrecht, Dzadik. Near side, Thornton, back to Dzadik, shot saved there by Wicket. And he's going to have to try and find a pass. He goes bench side, Patrick Zabo. Zabo going to run. Comes back near the timeline to Tom Johnson. Lacrosse, Kirkby, Johnson. 10 on the shot clock. Johnson airmails one to Poole. And loose ball will be picked up by Tornado, and the Brewers will go the other way. And then another unforced error there by the Brewers. And here come the Pioneers on the offensive again. 4:30 in the period. Lacroix knocked down by a healthy check there by Fisher. Bromley, shot goes wide. Rebound, Lewis, shot. That one goes wide. And Tornado's going to run onto it. Wicket is going to step out and play it. And Tornado runs into the goaltender. And the Pioneers just come over and say, watch yourself, little man. But the Pioneers turn it over. And here comes Fisher again. Murphy. Saunders. Lukash. Pass, nobody was looking for it. And we picked up inside by Murphy, saved there by Wicket. Saunders, low to low, another nice save from Wicket. And Wicket's not usually the number one here for the Pioneers. It's Brody McDonald, and they've given him the night off after playing the first two games. I'm sure the big man doesn't mind that. They'll wave that goal off as Bromley goes diving through the crease. And we'll say this all week. This tournament is about consistency and depth. And if you can stay healthy and be playing your best lacrosse near the end of the tournament, you're going to have a good showing. 2-on-2 the other way. Gobrecht doesn't have anybody, so slow it up. Give it off to Ryan Keith. And Keith will find Johnson with 3 minutes to go in the period. Johnson, Bearkoff, tucks it, shoots it, save. And a nice save there by Ptolemy. Here comes Fisher. Logan Fisher spins off his check. Got to find a man to pass to. Gives it off to Cam Simpson. Simpson will shoot. Toe save there by Wicket. Loose ball in the corner picked up by John Ron. Ron. Lukash. Trying to get underneath this check. He can't. Good defense there by the Pioneers. Shot. Lukash goes wide. And that'll go up and out of play. And Pinder will start with it. Wyatt Pinder to Sam Clare. Dylan Lacroix. Ian Poole down Tyler Kirkby. And what do we got? Interference away from the plate. Brewers ball. They got numbers if they run. Drew Dzadik. Dzadik shoots. Oh, it picked off right of the air by Ian Poole. Up ahead, Cody Cox on a breakaway. Cox all alone. Shoots. Great save, Christopher Ptolemy. As he turned that aside with the right foot and keeps it an 8-2 scoreline. Bromley will backpedal, find Poole. He'll shoot. That one goes well wide. Levi Dezatic going to give chase. Wicket comes out for it, and he'll float one to Bromley. 8 on the shot clock. Bromley sidesteps the check of Saunders, shoots it, save, but oh, it goes in. I thought Ptolemy made that save, but Bromley had enough on it to get it past him. And Ladner has scored 4 straight for the second time today, as Bromley gets one on the score sheet. Give an assist to Wicket again. And it's 9-2. To the face-off dot we go. Zabo and Tornado. Loose ball into the corner. Giving chase is Pinder. He can't find it. It's picked up by the Brewers. And up ahead to Simpson. Up the ladder. Hallberg. They'll give an assist to Gobrecht and to Wicket. Inside feed Simpson. He can't handle it. Ball still loose. Hallberg has it. Final minute of play. 5 on the shot clock. Hallberg. Simpson can't handle it. Sam Clare has it. Clare, split dodge. Gets in. Takes a shot. Puts it wide. Kirkby. Bearkoff. He's tripped up. Falls to the ground. No call. Being checked there by Sean Volk, and Bearkoff able to work himself to space. Kirkby, 10 on the shot clock. Bearkoff, Kirkby, down low. Brian Poole gets a pick from Kirkby, flips it to him. He'll shoot it, saved there by Ptolemy. And the Brewers will call a timeout with 13 and a half to go. And they're going to ask for a wipe of the floor here. Not sure if the Brewers saw the signal by the official. And maybe with the end of the period coming up, they're just going to say not to worry about it. Shots 37-19 in favor of the Pioneers. They lead it by 7 late here in the second period. My name's Teddy Jenner. As always, thanks for tuning in. Up next, a very interesting and juicy matchup. Onondaga Redhawks, Ganawaga Indians. And then following that game, it's one of the marquee games of the tournament. And of course, I can't find my schedule, and I can't find it off the top of my head, as Nanaimo will take to the floor to finish off day 3, as they'll play St. Albert's, and that indeed will be a huge game. St. Albert playing their second of the day, and we'll hype up that game as this day goes on. 13.5. Lukash, Murphy, down low, Ron, Lukash, shot, save, Wicket. And he'll hold on to it, and the period will end. And after the first, it was 4-1 Ladner. They made it 5-1 when Sam Clare scored. The Brewers got their second of the night off the stick of Cam Simpson in a fantastic goal. Then 4 straight by the Pioneers. Kirkby on the power play for his second, followed by Garrett Lewis. Nathan Hanair, shorthanded. And then one more, added by Spencer Bromley. And that's the way the period ends, 9-2 Pioneer. Shots 37-20. This is the 2018 President's Cup from Frank Crane Arena in Nanaimo, BC. You're watching on LaxAllStars. 20 minutes of regulation left here in Game 3 on Day 3 between the Pioneers and the Brewers. Ladner leading Saskatoon 9-2. Nathan Hanair has a pair of goals for Nanaimo, one shorthanded, one regular strength. Tyler Kirkby has a pair of power play markers. And Cam Simpson may have one of the goals of the tournament for the Brewers as he split a double team behind the net, caught the goalie out of the net and dunked it into the open cage. And for the Brewers, still trying to find their first win of this tournament, got a big hill to climb here against the Pioneers, who are looking to get to 2-1 and stay in reach of some of the top teams in this tournament. Matt Saunders. Thornton back to Saunders. Inside shot goes wide. Off the official. Loose ball. Saunders chasing. Gets bumped. And Wickett will go bench side to Hanair. Hanair, that pass doesn't connect. Loose ball. Who's going to come up with it? It's going to be Wyatt Pinder. And he'll give it off to Tyler Kirkby. Kirkby. He'll just sprint all the way around the back of the net. Now Ryan Keith. Kirkby, 7 on the shot clock. Kirkby. Barkov takes a high hit, takes a shot. That's going to be a penalty. And Marcus Fisher, the head coach of the Brewers, doesn't like it, but it's a pretty standard call as Darcy Leach will head off the floor, and out comes the Pioneers power play unit. Ryan Keith, Mike Bearcroft, Tom Johnson, Tyler Kirkby, Brian Poole. The next game up, Onondaga, Ganawagi, in what will be a truly fantastic lacrosse game. And then the nightcap, St. Albert's and Nanaimo, which also will be a heck of a lacrosse game. Johnson, Kirkby, shot scores. What a shot, Tyler Kirkby. Give him a hat trick, including 3 on the power play. It's 10-2, and Ladner has now scored 5 straight. So Kirkby's got 3, all on the power play. And the Pioneers are rolling. Two number 10s at the dot, Poole and Tornado. Ball loose. Who's going to come up with it? Ian Poole trying to find it. It'll be grabbed there by Thornton. Thornton shot saved by Wickett. Loose ball. Saunders can't find it. Poole kicks it off the boards to himself. Still loose. Bodies colliding and eventually be grabbed there by Matt Saunders. Nice battle by Saunders. He'll flip it far side. Torrenson. Now Drew Dzadik. Dzadik. Shot there by Thornton, saved by Wickett. He'll find a loose ball at the top of his crease. And he'll float it to Wyatt Pinder at center. Still time on the power play. Pinder, inside feed. Oh, check that. The power play should be over. It's just still on the clock. Here's Kirkby. Pinder, 10 on the shot clock. Pinder gets pushed down to the ground by Tornado. 4 on the clock. And then Kirkby will chuck it to the corner. Brian Poole and Tom Johnson pick up assists on Kirkby's power play marker to start the period. Now here's Murphy. Brandon Murphy works away from his check. Fake the flip to Ron. Now to Matt Saunders. They'll shoot 5-hole save Wickett. Wickett trying to find someone to outlet to. Goes up the boards to Eli Gobrecht, who misses the pass. And a big grab there by the Brewers, and running the floor is Brandon Murphy. 3-on-2. Murphy gets a pick from Hallberg. Skips it across the floor. Knocked down by a nice stick of Sam Clare. Murphy gives it off to Young. Now into the corner, Lukash. Saunders. That's Adam Saunders. He'll shoot, try to go short side, missed. And it'll go up and out of play. It'll be Ladner ball. Here comes Ryan Keith. Slowly across center. Keith watched there by Drew Dzadik. Kirkby, Dzadik, back to Ryan Keith. Keith to Johnson. Inside feed to nobody. Pass grab there by Fisher. And he'll float it all the way up the floor. Heads up. Sokolowski heard the footsteps of Nathan Hinair coming and just stepped aside. Sokolowski, Lukasz shot, never made it on target. Hit Brian Poole. Nope, hit Ian Poole. Here comes Poole. Inside feed. Shot scores. Wyatt Pinder, far side, short side, on a great feed from Ian Poole. And it's 11-2. That's an even strength goal, 15:55 remaining. And back to the draw we go. Zabo and Tornado. Shots 39-23. Off the draw, who's got it? Stuck in Tornado's stick. He'll flip it to Thornton. Then Thornton throws it away, and it's grabbed there by Bromley. Spencer Bromley will get it from Davidson and carry into the offensive zone. Fake the flip to Poole. Down low into the corner. Now Poole near side. Tried to skip it over to Bearkoff. He'll get it back. And then Poole dropped it. And give an extra assist to Sam Clare. And that'll be a shot clock violation on the Pioneers. Here come the Brewers into the offensive zone. Murphy gets a pick from Hallberg, slips inside Murphy. Nice defense there by the Pioneers, and on a run goes Davidson. Hallberg trying to check him. Davidson pumped it far side and went short side and just missed. And then Gobrecht lays out Volk, and that's going to be a penalty. And that's a 2-minute interference call. So the Brewers will head to the power play. And a chance to get one back. Stop this 6-goal run that Ladner's on. Murphy. Pioneers going to play a little diamond to start. Saunders to Saunders. Murphy. Dorrance. Murphy. Dorrance. Saunders, one-timer. Great save, wicket. And then an interference call on Nathan Hinair. Possession back to the Brewers with a new 30. Matt to Adam Saunders. Murphy. Down low, Simpson. Pass was behind him. Loose ball picked off there by Nathan Hinair, and he's off to the races. Hinair, one-on-one. On the break. Hinair, shot. Great shoulder save. As Christopher Ptolemy got the left shoulder on that one. And denied Hinair his second shorthanded goal of the night. Murphy. Thornton. Murphy. Dzadik. Diagonal feet. That one doesn't connect to Lukasz. Picked up there off the boards by Cody Cox. 2-on-1. Cox. He'll shoot. Saved by Ptolemy. And it's picked up there by the Brewers. Quickly. Headman to Leach. Leach. That pass to absolutely nobody. And it goes all the way down into their defensive zone. Ptolemy. He'll quickly move it up to Saunders. Dzadik, 7 on the shot clock. Dzadik, Saunders, one more Simpson, and that'll be a shot clock violation. As Saunders couldn't find Simpson on the backside. Poole, up ahead, Sam Clare. 17 on the penalty, so Clare will loop back and give it off to Kirkby. Even in 10. Kirkby No double coming. Onto the floor comes Gobrecht. We're back to full strength. Johnson into the corner. Lacrosse shoots and scores. And there is confusion as that penalty ended, as the Nanaimo player was running off the floor. Nobody knew who to pick up on the Brewers' defensive end, and TJ Lacroix was left wide open. Make it 7 straight for Ladner, as Lacroix gets his hat-trick goal. 12-2 is your score. Ptolemy will slowly make his way back to between the pipes. It's been a long day for him. He's faced 42 shots, and that's only going to get higher. There's still 12 and a half to play here in the period. Zabo wins the draw. Bromley. Johnson and Kirkby pick up the assists. Bromley in the corner. Keith, Bromley, no one picks him up, shoots and scores. And again, just some confusion on that Brewers end of who's going to pick up who. And Ladner is in complete control of this one. Bromley gets his second. Back to the draw. 10 on 10. Poole up against Tornado. Poole wins it. Flips it back into his own zone. Takes a bump. Claire finds it. And now Eli Gobrecht. Here's Gobrecht. One-on-one with Hallberg. He'll pull out. Bounce it there to Kirkby. Kirkby. Poole. Bearcoff and Poole get assists on the Bromley goal. Here come the Brewers, Hallberg. He'll get to center. Leave it there for Saunders, and he bobbled it, and then just another turnover by the Brewers. Hanair will slow it up, go all the way back into his own zone. And now here comes Ryan Keith and the Pioneers offense. Stick around, we'll have the Extreme Lacrosse, Epic Lacrosse players of the game for both teams. Inside feed, shot, that one just went over the shoulder of Ptolemy. Thompson will shoot low to low and score. Right near the start of a fresh 30, Thompson didn't waste any time. And Thompson gets his second of the night. 14-2. And the officials just having a couple words with some Pioneer players. And back to the dot we go. Zabo and Tornado will face it off. 11:06 to go. Zabo and Tornado. Tornado wins it. Ball loose. Zabo's going to give chase. And who's going to come up with it? It's going to be Sam Clare. Zabo took a bump. He was slow to get up and slow to get off. Poole and Keith pick up assists on Thompson's second. Outside shot by Lacroix. Saved there by Ptolemy. Dzadak will get the loose ball. Feed it over to Hallberg. Brandon Murphy. Deep into the corner. Adam Saunders. Rolls underneath. Saunders shoots. Save there. Wicket. Loose ball. And it's stuck in the pads of the goaltender. And it'll be a Nanaimo ball. Nope. It'll be Ladner ball. Every time I look at those red Ladner jerseys, all I can see is a Nanaimo Timberman, as their uniforms are very similar. And we going to get a wipe of the floor here? I'm not too sure. I think the referee signaled for it. Nobody from the Brewers bench is going to do anything about it. And I think that's the manager, Dennis Volk, making his way out onto the floor to a roarous round of applause from some of the scratched Brewers players in the crowd. Onondaga Ganawagi is next. That game is at 5 o'clock. And then 8 o'clock, it's Nanaimo, the host, versus St. Albert. The Miners are 3-0 and sit atop the standings, followed by Ganawaga at 2-0. And then the Oakville and Nanaimo are at 2-1. Ladner trying to join them at 2-1. As we start to get a little bit of separation in the standings here on day 3. Here come the Pioneers. Down into the corner, Kirkby. Poole flashes through the middle. Johnson out top, shot, save Ptolemy. Loose ball, rebound Keith. He bobbled it, and it's picked up there by the Brewers. They've got numbers if they can run, but the Pioneers are back. Levi Dzadik. Oh, wide open the backside. They got guys open in numbers. Shot, save, wicket. That was off the stick of Lukash as they had a 2-on-1 down low. Lukash kept it, and Wicket kept it out. 9.5 in regulation. Here's Garrett Lewis. He'll skip it all the way far side. Lacrosse. Johnson feeling it. Gives it off to Lewis. Diagonal feed. Bromley. Lewis on the cut. Shot save. Ptolemy. Here's Drew Dzadik. Dzadik loops underneath, still has it. Trying to find somebody, gives it up to Matt Saunders. Brandon Murphy, 10 on the shot clock. Inside feed, Saunders shot, save, wicket. And then up ahead, Pinder. Wyatt Pinder won't force it. Take a chop, lost it. And is able to find it and then go back to Ryan Keith. Keith, 10 on the shot clock. Keith, Bearkoff, Poole, still has it. Got to get a shot off. Kirkby, and then that's a nice check there by Fisher right at the end. And Ryan Keith got mixed up with somebody. Looks like that was Leach, and Keith's stick is broken. As I wouldn't say tempers are beginning to flare, but there's a little unruliness, let's say, between some of the players out there. As Bearkoff will come over and bring a new stick to Ryan Keith. Let's see what the call is. He's the only one that made his way to the box, I believe. So a power play here for the Brewers, a chance to get their third. Dornson, Simpson. Murphy doesn't catch the pass, goes all the way down to Ptolemy. 2-minute cross-check is the call on Ryan Keith. Here's Murphy. Dornson, shot, save, wicket. He goes right behind his net, gives out now Garrett Lewis. That's Cox who runs into space. Now it's Garrett Lewis. Minute 12 on the penalty. Lewis to Kirkby. Far side, Bromley. Lacrosse working his feet, trying to help people get open. Bromley slips under the check. Runs near the timeline, gives it off to Kirkby. Back to Bromley. Under a minute to go in the penalties. Just over 7 in regulation. Garrett Lewis right underneath us. He'll skip it far side, Lacrosse. And this is a good penalty kill here by the Pioneers. Backhand feed, Lewis right on the money. Lewis can't get the shot off. And then a late hit there by Fisher. Loose ball picked up by Nanaimo. They'll keep possession here with Kirkby. Kirkby to Lacrosse. Into the corner, Garrett Lewis. Lewis takes a couple chops there from Fisher. Thought about splitting the double. Swim move. Lewis gets free. And then a nice check by Fisher. And they'll call a backhand crease on Lewis. And we'll get a crease swipe. Down by Ptolemy's crease. And with 7 seconds remaining on the penalty to Ryan Keith, the Brewers will have to work quickly here on the power play with 6.5 to go in the game. My name's Teddy Jenner. Thank you for tuning in here at LaxAllStars and the free live coverage of the 2018 President's Cup from Frank Crane Arena in Nanaimo, BC. Right in the middle abouts of Vancouver Island. For those people who aren't really familiar with the territory, the capital of British Columbia, Victoria, BC, my hometown, just over an hour south of where we are. And then all the way to the northern part of the island, it's another 3+ hours. So north to south, if you're driving a little over the speed limit, as I like to do, it's about a 4.5, 5 hour drive from tip to tip. And so when we say we're on an island, a lot of people think small island, but not the case. We're about an hour and 35, 40 minutes from the mainland of North America, the mainland of British Columbia, where Vancouver, BC is. And that is where the Ladner Pioneers are from, the greater Vancouver area. And so our floor is wiped. The Brewers back to the power play with 7 seconds remaining on the minor to Ryan Keith. Here comes John Ron. Dornson. Pass doesn't connect. Keith is out, and he's just going to go deep down to the offensive zone, not even going to bother going to play defense. Loose ball. Can Sam Clare find it? He does. Tries to split a double. Watched there by Cam Simpson. Sam Clare runs through and swim moves past the check, and we'll give it off to Tom Johnson. Johnson goes bench side. Tyler Kirkby. He's got a hat trick, and all 3 are on the power play. Barkov. Shot turned aside by Ptolemy. Loose ball in the far corner. Barkov pushed off it. Loose ball picked up by the Brewers. Brewers don't get a guy out the front door in time. Would have had a 2-on-1 for days. But Sean Volk will slowly carry it down in the offensive zone. Volk all the way up near center. We'll find Adam Saunders off the bench. He'll get a pick there from Brandon Murphy. Murphy takes the backhand feed. Cutting through the middle is Adam Saunders, and he takes the shot, and that was saved by Wicket. Check that. That was Matt Saunders. Long lead pass. Bromley catches it, gets knocked down to the ground, keeps his composure, and fires it back to Brian Poole. So a delayed penalty coming up here to the Brewers. I believe it's going to go to number 94, Josh Murray. 8 on the shot clock. Johnson gets a double seal. Inside feed. Barkov shoots and scores. So Barkov gets it with an extra man, 6 on 5. And I would imagine that's going to wipe out the penalty unless they decide to give him 4 minutes. But I don't think they will, as the officials just talk it over with the captains right in front of us. And they are going to wipe it out. The penalty was to number 94, Josh Murray. So Bearkoff's goal eliminates the power play as they had an extra man on the floor. So it's 15-2. As Zabo and Tornado will go to the faceoff dot. 4:44 remaining in regulation. Indians and Redhawks are next. Miners and T-Men are the nightcap. Hallberg finds that loose ball, tries to run to space, will bounce it near side Sokolowski. He pushes it up to Drew Dzadik. Dzadik can't get a shot off. Spins out, gives it off to Murphy. Dzadik gets a pick from Murphy. Dzadik trying to get free, can't. Thornton, shot, hit a body, never made it on target, and that'll be a shot clock violation. Good defense by the Pioneers. 4 minutes. And then we get a break. And then two of the marquee matchups of day 3. Here's Tom Johnson. Time and space, Johnson. Tried to go inside to Keith. Pass knocked down by Fisher. Has a guy way up ahead of the floor. Volk with speed. Doesn't shoot it. Volk gives it off to Levi Dzadik. Shot and deflected. Never made it on target. Bomb down the floor to Ryan Keith. He'll slow the offense up. So Keith will go far side Bromley. Down in the corner Bearkoff. Tom Johnson. Johnson still. Keith. Bearkoff. Kirkby. Good ball movement here by the Pioneers. Shot. Scores. 5-hole. Mike Bearkoff. And that is the 16th goal for Ladner. As Bearkoff gets back-to-back goals here with 3:03 to go. And unfortunately for this Brewers team now, it's some tired legs, some tired minds, and it's leaving a lot of Pioneers wide open. And it's been a long couple days for the Saskatoon Brewers, who are minutes away of falling to 0-4. Zabo will get called for kicking through the cross. It'll be Saskatoon ball. Malkowski trying to work away from Zabo. Does. Comes near side. Matt Saunders. Now John Ron. Open in the middle. Shot. Great save by Wicket. Got the left shoulder on it as he denied Malkowski. And a delayed penalty coming up here to Mitch Winter. His second penalty of the game, so he'll head off, and the Brewers will have another opportunity with a man advantage. Murphy will set it up, 2:36 in regulation. Murphy, the Sonder boys, Simpson, and down in the corner that looks like Malkowski. Murphy. Malkowski, one more over to Saunders, doesn't connect. Picked up there by Matt Saunders, number 4. Simpson, down low, Malkowski, shot goes wide, loose ball, grabbed by Murphy, 8 on the shot clock, Simpson, shot scores. Power play goal. As Simpson gets his second of the contest. And that stops an 11-goal run by the Ladner Pioneers. As Simpson gets his second, this time a power play goal. Poole can't find it. Drew Dzadik does. Drew Dzadik spins away from trouble. Double teamed. Can't find an open man. Uses a pick. Inside feed. Bobbled by Hallberg. And loose ball in the corner. Hallberg had it for a split second. Bodies battling on the near side boards. And eventually Wyatt Pinder will run onto it. He's taken to the ground. No call by the officials. I think they just want to keep this game moving. And Sean Volk will run it up the floor. Volk to Ryan Dunn. Dunn off the bench. Lukash. Murphy. Nice handle off the bounce. Murphy to Lukash. And that'll deflect into the crease. Up ahead, Zabo can't find the pass over his shoulder. Zabo slow to get up. Final minute of play here in regulation. Fisher runs past his man. Stick check there nicely from Nathan Hanair. Up ahead. Cox on a break. Got a man tracking him down. It's Thornton. Shot save. Ptolemy. Loose ball sideboards. And who's going to come up with it? Cox is battling. Takes a couple checks along the sideboards from Josh Murray. And then Cody Cox will come away with it. Run it back into his own zone. And Sam Clare didn't realize that there was a man behind him in Lukash, but the Pioneers will carry their own zone, no 30, so they can hold on to it for the rest of the game. And your final score will be 16-3 in favor of the Ladner Pioneers, who improved to 3-1. Check that, 2-1. There's the final buzzer. 16-3 is the final. We'll keep you here, get you game MVPs, then get you on your way and settle up for the fourth game of day 3. So the teams will meet at center and shake hands. Wicket will make sure that he leads his crew down to shake hands with Christopher Ptolemy. As both teams do the walk, they'll shake hands with the officials, line up along the rag lines. And then we'll be able to get you out of here, and I'll be right back in a little over an hour's time for the Onondaga Redhawks versus Ganawagi Indians. It was 4-1 Ladner after the first, 9-2 after the second. And then they explode for 8 more in the third period. And Saskatoon got 1 in each. And they fall to 0-4. Ladner still has yet to play their 2-game day. That's slowly approaching. And here are your MVPs. Cam Simpson had a pair of goals. He's your game MVP for the Saskatoon Brewers. They announced it, but I guess they don't want to give him his prizes. Not sure what happened there. So there it is. We'll get a handshake and a picture.
And for the Ladner Pioneers, number 1 is Zach Wicket.
And Zach Wicket is your MVP. He was absolutely stellar between the pipes for the Ladner Pioneers, and that'll do it. Pioneers take it 16-3, improved to 2-1. They'll take to the floor tomorrow, as will the Brewers. And as this tournament carries on, we'll be back in an hour's time Indians and Redhawks from the 2018 President's Cup in Nanaimo, BC. My name is Teddy Jenner, and this is LaxAllStars.